we are all aware that this is a situation that we would rather not be in. You know, we would rather have more points, and we feel certainly from the performance and the goals that we conceded that we should be in a better position, but we are not. So the conversation is not difficult. This is a game we have to win. The level of performance, I think the players, and I think most people appreciate that the level of performance in our game against Egypt was better than our level of performance in our first game with Cape Verde. So the players know what it will take to get a result. There are no easy games in this tournament, and we will come up against a Mozambique team also knowing that they have to win the game. So we have to be physically and mentally prepared for this, and the players know this. Aware of the magnitude of this game. We know that this is a game that we have to win. Our preparation going into the game has been the same as in the two previous games, and all we can do is prepare the team to play a very tough match, as all of these games are, and to make sure that we put in a level of performance that allows us to win the game. So the update on Majid is that we are still assessing him, but the signs are good. He will train today, and the signs are good that he will be fine. This was a situation in the game where we had to bring him off. He'd received a kick in training before that, and a consequence of that meant as he started to get into the latter part of the game, he was feeling it. As regards Richmond Lamptey, he's very much part of the squad, and the fact he's part of the squad, then everybody has an opportunity. You know, we constantly talk about how difficult it is to pick a team, to pick a bench, and to leave players out. And this is the responsibility of myself and the technical staff. But Richmond has been a big part of our squad, as has everybody else. And that means that they all put themselves always into consideration to be involved. I think I understand the question. I think there is always pressure going into this tournament because we are the Black Stars. I accept the first part of your question that potentially going into this tournament, the expectations maybe were not as high as in previous years. So this I accept, but for all of these questions, and for any question that anybody asks about pressure now, we have to use that as motivation, and the players have to use that as motivation. And I would like to think that after the first performance, we always know there will be criticism if we don't get the results that we want. And I would like to think that the team use that in a positive way. And if the expectations are perhaps lower in this tournament than they have been in previous tournaments, then exactly the same. We have to use this as motivation to make sure that we succeed in what our ambitions are. Yes, I've spoken to him, and I'll go back to what I originally said after the game, is that it is an emotional game, and as a head coach, you have to make these decisions, and you hope you make more right decisions than not. But this decision that we made at the time. Was never a reflection on the individual, because apart from being a very good footballer, he's also a very good individual and very good team player. So yes, I have spoken to him, and obviously conversations are always private between head coach and player. But yes, this was a necessity for me to be able to speak to him as soon as I could. And I can tell you, it wasn't that evening, because still there are a lot of emotions to the game. But the first opportunity that I had the next day to speak to him, I have.
Dennis, after drawing in the first two games, what did you correct? How did you prepare this game against Mozambique?
We only drew the second game, we didn't.
Oh yeah, you lost the first one. Sorry.
No, it's important for us. I think if you look at the performance from the second game in comparison to the first game, the performance was better. So we just need to look at the game, analyze it, go over it as a team, look at the things that went well, that were better, and things that we can still do better. And hopefully we can just keep growing and put on a good performance tomorrow. I think after the first game, there were obviously some issues that needed to be sorted, and I think if we look at the second game, that was already much better. I'm thinking like in the first game we had some issues with players being available between the lines. And I think in the second game we were more compact, so there was less space for Egypt to find the players in between the lines, and also if the lines are closer to one another, it's easier to press and you can be more aggressive. If the lines are far apart, then you always get caught up in between. So I think like off the ball against Mozambique, we'll need to do the same thing.